Rachel Marie Martin wrote a book called The Brave Art of Motherhood. In it, she shares her own struggles in hopes of helping others. Rachel joins us now.
Thank you so much for being here.
Well, thank you.
All right, where did you find the wherewithal to write all of this down and put it in a book?
I have always been a writer, and then being a mom with 7 kids, I thought, you know what, I gotta tell a story. And I've been writing a blog, Finding Joy, for the last 10 years, and people have asked for a long time, hey, do you have a book? So after a while, I thought, you know what, maybe I should write a book.
And well, first of all, 7 kids.
Yeah.
She throws that out there.
I just say it out there to stop it, people ask.
I personally met anyone, especially who's gone through some of the hardships that you've gone through. What are some of those hardships, and how did you get through them?
Well, I've gone through all sorts of things: bankruptcy, divorce, single parenting, but it's not motherhood in itself. You have to adapt all the time. So I always tell people that, like, the hardships, it's the ups and downs of motherhood, and that's what I write about, is celebrating the simple moments and then celebrating the bravery in all of those hard moments, because your track record for getting through is 100%.
Yeah, you're exactly.
So.
Well, and I mean, I think that there are so many things. You were very raw and open in this book. How difficult was that? Or is that just always been your way? Have you just been kind of one of those people that shares?
So that's a good question. It was difficult, but I celebrate real. I really celebrate being honest, because when we live with a facade, especially in this world where there are so many facades, behind it we're all kind of like, well, we tell each other we're fine, but we kind of struggle. So I thought, you know what, our world needs someone to be real. And the more real I was, the easier it became to share.
Oh, wow.
What kind of lessons do you, with so much that you've learned and you've overcome, what sort of lessons do you tell or teach those 7 kids also going through a lot of that?
So I tell them that failing isn't really failing. You can't learn anything without trying. So you just keep trying over and over again, and that there's a great deal of power in showing up for each other, whether it's simple moments, big moments, whatever it may be. Showing up sometimes means working, and showing up sometimes means going to their program at school. So it's really about celebrating family, showing up and loving each other in the midst of your story.
And you were talking about some of the truths that mothers need to know. What are some of those?
Well, there's no perfect. I always say that often. There's no perfect, there's only real. And then that, again, we talked about it, but your track record for surviving a hard day is 100%. Like, you know you can get through it. And then really just love your kids. Love them for who they are, and just show up for them over and over again.
That's easier said than that, especially when you have 7. And you're writing a blog, and you're doing so much. I mean, I think there are all times we were talking about, we've got so many different things that we feel like we're out of balance. Is there ever a perfect way to find a balance, or how do you deal with that?
So I think balance, if you're looking for balance, you're never going to actually get to that place of zen. So it's more of celebrating the moments where you have balance, or celebrating the moments that are chill, knowing that when there's a tough moment, there's going to be a good moment. And I tell people all the time, get a red pen out, circle a good day on your calendar, so that when you have a bad day, you can go back and look and go, oh yeah, I did have a good day. So it's that reference.
Right? Oh,
Right.
I love that.
I notice much of what you have says motherhood, but I'm sitting here as a guy, incredibly inspired. Do you find guys are connecting with this and also giving you some feedback on it?
So I would say probably 1 out of every 3 reviews is basically saying this book isn't just for moms. So I really feel like I write this universal, like, take back your life, find joy in your life, and I write it in the context of motherhood, but the truths and principles apply universally.
I love this. Okay, Rachel's book, it's called The Brave Art of Motherhood. You can buy your own copy on Amazon. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Well, thank you for having me.
It's good to have you here. Still ahead, not sure what to do with that bare wall? Yeah, I've got a couple of those. Designer James Worship.